ఓం మా విశ్వరూపే శక్తిరూపే విశ్వస్ఫూర్తి గురవే నమః. విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహామూర్తే ప్రాచీ సంధ్యా ప్రవర్తతే. ఉత్తిష్ట గురో సత్యకీర్తే దివ్యభావ మహామతే. ఉత్తిష్టోత్తిష్ట యోగీంద్ర ఉత్తిష్ట కరుణాకరా. ఉత్తిష్ట యోగశయనా శిష్యవాత్సల్య జలధే. శిష్యవాత్సల్య జలధే. ఆధ్యాత్మిక జ్ఞాన రంజిత నవ్య రూప శాస్త్రీయ దృక్పద సుమనోహర దివ్య రూప. విజ్ఞాన కోశ విభుదేశ వికాస విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం. సుప్రభాతం. సుజనాలవాల శ్రీ సుగుణైకవారిధే సమసత్య ధర్మరధరమ్య సారథే. సతతాత్మతత్పర సకాంతి చిన్మణే తవ సుప్రభాతమిహతే గురుశ్రుతే. గురుశ్రుతే. సర్వే త్వదీయ పద పంకజ రాగరక్తా భక్తా సుచిత్రపట సన్నిధి సంశ్రితాహి. ఆత్మ ప్రదీప విభుమంగళ రూప విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం. యోగీంద్రవంద్యయుగపూరుష జీవితేశ విజ్ఞానశాస్త్ర విశదీకృత విశ్వతత్వ సర్వార్ధ సత్య గుణబోధక నిత్య విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం. సుప్రభాతం. సత్య ప్రభిన్న బహువర్ణ సుపుష్పజాత నిష్యందమానమకరంద సుగంధ సాంద్ర మందం ప్రభాతి కిల గంధ బహోత్ర విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం. సుప్రభాతం. సచ్చిష్య చిత్త సరసీరుహ నిత్యభానో బాధార్త జీవగణ రక్షణ సీతభానో చైతన్య పూరక సమశ్రుతి భావ విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం. సుప్రభాతం. ఆచార్యవర్య భవదీయ మహచ్చరిత్రం గాయంతి గాయకవరాస్సు మనోహరం హి. సంగీతలోల మృదు నిర్మల నేత్ర విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం. సుప్రభాతం. హే దండకావన తపచ్చరణానురక్త భూలోక బాలముని పుంగవ భవ్య భావ స్థాణో ప్రసిద్ధ పరిరంజిత తత్వ మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం. సుప్రభాతం. मिथ्याद्धवा जगदिदं किमु सत्यमेवेत्याध्यात्मिका किल रहस्यविदाम्बरेण्या वैज्ञानिकाभिमतदेशिकमान्य विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। आत्मानमेव हि विभज्य सदैककाले प्रत्येकशः प्रतिशरीरसुसन्निविष्ट प्रज्ञानिधे प्रकृतिनूत्नविधे च विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। ध्यानं सदा महितमानवता निदान मिथ्यार्षधर्मपरिपोषकयोगिराज दिव्यप्रभावसमभावविशिष्ट विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। भूतार्धकोविदभविष्यदशेषवेत्त हे वर्तमानविषयज्ञहितप्रतिज्ञ सर्वान्तरात्मसुखशान्तिविधिज्ञ विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। विश्वासमूलसुविशालगुणालवाल सत्यप्रसार सकलेष्टमतानुसार हे वर्णलिङ्गकुलभेदविदूर विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। हे मानवाकृतिविशिष्टमहानुभाव पुण्यस्वरूपगुणदीपपृथुस्वभाव हे विश्वशक्तिविनिगूढविवेक विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। विज्ञानरम्य विबुधोत्तमवृन्दगम्य स्वामिन् बृहस्पति समानसुधीप्रसिद्ध सर्वाश्रितोद्धरणकङ्कणहस्त विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। श्रीयोगशक्तिविनियोगविनूत्नराग ध्यानाश्रमाश्रयसुधामयसूक्तिकोश हे प्रेमतत्त्वपरिपूर्णमनोज्ञ विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। लीलामयाखिल निजशिष्यसेव्य प्रज्ञाप्रभाकर कृपाकर शक्तिसार विज्ञानिनो हि विलसन्ति विशिष्य विश्वस्फूर्ते पदाश्रितगते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। मनोज्ञवैभवमपूर्वमहाविनूत्नं विज्ञातुमन्त्रहि निभान्ति नवीनवृद्धाः वात्सल्यसौम्यगुरुदेववदान्य विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। कर्तव्यरूपपरमोत्तममार्गदीप हे श्वेतवर्णबहुवर्णसमानवर्ण शान्तिप्रदाय महासुखमन्त्र विश्वस्फूर्ते महाद्भुतमते तव सुप्रभातम् सुप्रभातम्। सत्यप्रभाव गुरुदेव कृपास्वभाव విజ్ఞానదాయక మహాకృతిరాజికర్త ఆనంద శాంతిమయ నిర్మల చిత్త విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం సుప్రభాతం. ప్రత్యక్ష భాషణ విశిష్య పరోక్ష దృశ్య హే మాధ్యమ ప్రతినివిష్ట బహుస్వరూప ధ్యాన ప్రభామయ ధరాతల సూర్య విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం సుప్రభాతం. మర్త్యాంతరంగ పరికీర్ణ మహారహస్య ప్రశ్నోత్తర ప్రదదిచాట్ పృథు కావ్యకర్త దివ్యూస్మహాకృతి కృపా మధుగీత విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం సుప్రభాతం. ధ్యానాత్మదేహ హృదయామృత జీవితాత్మ స్ఫూర్తి ప్రసిద్ధ యుగ కావ్య సుధా సముద్ర సైన్స్ యూనివర్స్ పరిసేవిత సత్య విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం సుప్రభాతం. చంద్రోస్తమేతి సకలౌషధిరాజరాజః భాస్వానుదేత్యరుణసారధిరేష లోకే తేజోద్వయవ్యసన సృష్టి వినోద విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం సుప్రభాతం. బ్రహ్మజ్ఞ భారత మనోజ్ఞ సమప్రతిజ్ఞా సంశోభితాస్తవ పదాంబుజదాస బృందా త్వద్దర్శనోత్సవ మహోత్సుకినో హి విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం సుప్రభాతం. హే విశ్వతత్వరసకోవిద సత్యవేద ధ్యానామృతౌషధి శరీర మనోభిరామ భక్తాంతరాత్మ సుఖ శాంతి సుతృప్త విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే మహాద్భుతమతే తవ సుప్రభాతం సుప్రభాతం. వైజ్ఞానికస్య విబుధస్య విధిజ్ఞ విశ్వస్ఫూర్తే సుధామయమిదం కిల సుప్రభాతం. ప్రభాతకాలపఠనీయ మనోజ్ఞ కావ్యం ధ్యానం ప్రదీపయతి శాంతిఫలం దదాతి. విభు భారతదేశ వినూత్నమణే మహిమాన్విత భావన భోజ్యుమణే గురువర్య సురమ్య కృపాజలధే యుగ పూరుష విశ్వసుయోగిపతే పరమాద్భుత యోగ నిదానమతే బహురోగ మహౌషధ భాగ్యప్రదే సమసంస్కృతి నాయక శాంతి నిధే నవజీవనదాయక నవ్య విధే ఇహ సృష్టి రహస్య విశిష్ట మహాద్భుత సత్య విశారద విశ్వగురో పరమాధునికాభిమత ప్రగతే ప్రణమామి పదాశ్రిత భక్తగతే. మనసా వచసా క్రియయా సహితం గురుదేవ మహాపరిశుభ్రయుతం మమ జీవితమాత్మపతే సతతం తవ పాదయుగే నిహితం ప్రతిధం. రుజుమార్గ సుదర్శన సత్యగురుం కరుణాకరమాశ్రిత శాంతికరం कमनीयगुणाम्बुधिमेव सुधामयसूक्तिमयं कलयामि सदा। करुणोत्तमकामितदानपरं शरणागतजीवनभारभरम् अनुरागसुधाजलधिं मधुरं गुरुवर्यमहं हि भजे निरतम्। स्तवनीयमहाद्भुतशक्तियुतं रमणीयरसालयमार्यनुतम् परमार्षसुधर्मविकासरतं वरयोगिपतिं वरयेत् सुगतिम्। विभव्यस्वविभो वरशिष्य गुरो परिपूर्णकलाधर विबुधविधो चरणाम्बुजयुग्ममहं महितं शरणं गतवान् हि सत्ययुतम्। महायोगिवर्यं महाध्यानमान्यं महावेदवेदान्ततत्त्वप्रमेयम् महाराजहंसं महादैवतांशं महाविश्वमूर्तिं भजे स्फूर्तिकीर्तिम्। महायोगिवैज्ञानिकं सत्यसौधं सदा सृष्टिशास्त्रीयदृष्टिप्रबोधम् परोक्षे परोक्षे प्रभारम्यरूपं भजाम्यात्मसन्दर्शनं भाग्यदीपम्। विश्वस्फूर्ते स्फुरत्कीर्ते दिव्यमूर्ते महामते अपराधसहस्रं मे क्षमस्व करुणाकृते। श्रीमूर्ते करुणार्द्रपावनमते शिष्यप्रबोधाकृते श्रीध्यानामृतपानसज्जनपते सौभाग्यसत्यश्रुते सर्वप्राणिसमानभावरसवद्रम्यच्युते सद्गते वन्देऽहं परिपूर्णधर्ममय हे विश्वस्फूर्ते कुरो वाक्पते। विश्वास विश्वविशदौ विबुधप्रबन्ध्यौ वात्सल्यवारिधि समुज्ज्वलशान्तिपद्मौ विज्ञानदौ विविधभक्तहितौ च विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। ध्यानप्रशस्तसमयप्रसरत्प्रसूर्यौ सत्यश्यचित्तसरसीरुहसत्प्रकाशौ मान्यौ च मङ्गलकरौ महिता हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। सौन्दर्यमानससरोवरसम्प्रभिन्न सौवर्णपद्मसमसौम्यगुणप्रपूर्णौ सौगन्ध्यबन्धुरमरन्दभरौ च विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीदण्डकावनविहारविशिष्टभासौ भूरि प्रशान्तिवरदौ भुवनाभिरामौ आध्यात्मरागलसितौ ललितौ च विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। देहं विसृज्य परमाणुतनुस्वरूप सञ्चारिणौ रविचन्द्रगहरासिदीप्तौ वैज्ञानिकादिमगुरु विबुधौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीसूर्यदेव परितः परिभाति नित्यं शीतोष्णभाव इति पूर्वकथा प्रकृष्टौ शास्त्रीयदृष्टिरुचिरौ सुहिते हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। श्रीचन्द्रमण्डलगतानि रजस्तमांसि सान्द्राणि तत्र हि जलानि मधुपमानि इत्यद्भुतार्थकथकौ प्रतिधौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। तौ माध्यमाद्भुतविधानसुदृष्टरूपौ पूजाप्रपूर्णपुलकाङ्कितपुण्यशृङ्गौ व्याध्यादिरोगयुगनाशकरौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। स्वोद्दिष्टमार्गमनुसृत्य सुभक्तियुक्त ध्यानावलम्बि हृदयेषु महाप्रकाशौ आध्यात्मिकाद्भुतसुबन्धदृढौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। लोके यदात्यवसरे समये तदा हि प्रत्यक्षमार्गज परोक्षज भाग्यराजौ सर्वार्थिशासनपरौ परमौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। सत्यप्रभावलसितौ समभावनित्यौ सर्वज्ञसङ्गमकरौ सततं मनोज्ञौ शान्तिप्रदौ सकलशक्तियुतौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ सर्वोन्नतौ च गुरुपौर्णमि भक्तपूजौ संशोभितौ हि भुवि कल्पकवृक्षकल्पौ नित्यप्रसादसुमुखौ निखिता हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। दुर्गन्धदूरपरिशुभ्रसुमन्दिरे हि आनन्दसुन्दरमनोहररूपदीपौ सत्यालयौ सततभक्तहितौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। प्रज्ञाकरौ विविधदेशविहारहंसौ विश्वाद्भुतौ विमलभावविभाकरौ द्यौ शिष्टार्चितौ गुरुपदप्रणवौ हि विश्वस्फूर्तेः सुरम्यचरणौ शरणं प्रपद्ये। यद्यद्विभूतिमहितं विपुले प्रपञ्चे तत्तन्मदीयमधुरांशजमाह कृष्णः तद्वत्सुभाषितसुगीतपदस्य विश्वस्फूर्तेः गुरोः सुचरणौ प्रणमामि नित्यम्। श्री विश्वस्फूर्ते श्रीप्रेममूर्ते सत्यकलाद्युते माध्यमाधिपते नित्यं महामङ्गलमस्तु ते। विज्ञानरम्य विश्वस्फूर्तये विभुकीर्तये कुरवे परमानन्द सन्दीपायास्तु मङ्गलम्। महाभक्तवरेण्य श्रीचित्तपङ्कजशालिने महायोगिवरेण्याय महितायास्तु मङ्गलम्। त्रयोदशमिते बाल्ये दण्डकारण्यगामिने अपूर्वज्ञानदीपाय तपोरूपाय मङ्गलम्। ध्यानप्रस्थापनाचार्यवर्याय सुगुणात्मने सत्यसौन्दर्यचित्ताय भक्तितृप्ताय मङ्गलम्। विज्ञानशास्त्रसिद्धाय विश्वसत्यप्रवेदिने विश्वस्फूर्तिप्रसिद्धाय शान्तिसौधाय मङ्गलम्। भक्तिसाम्राज्यपालाय भक्ताभीष्टप्रदाय च परमानन्दसन्धात्रे प्राचार्यायास्तु मङ्गलम्। महाध्यानमरन्दाय महाशान्तीश्वराय च देदीप्यमानरूपाय दिव्यदीपाय मङ्गलम्। शरणागतसन्त्राणचरणाम्बुजशोभिने करुणावरुणायास्तु महाचार्याय मङ्गलम्। श्री 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 गुरवे विश्वस्फूर्तये रसमूर्तये कृपासुधासमुद्राय ज्ञानभद्राय मङ्गलम्। जनोद्धरणसङ्कल्पपूर्णाय नवयोगिने अरण्यविनिवृत्ताय ध्यानगम्याय मङ्गलम्। सर्वशास्त्रार्थसम्पूर्णसत्यसूक्तिप्रदाय च विश्वस्फूर्तियशोमूर्त्यै गुरुवर्याय मङ्गलम्। सद्धर्महेमशृङ्गाय शान्तिरङ्गाय धीमते मानवत्वप्रबोधाय महामान्याय मङ्गलम्। महाकविवरेण्याय देशिकाय महात्मने वाचाम् अगोचराय श्रीवागीशायास्तु मङ्गलम्। मङ्गलाशासनमिदं सदा भक्तसमर्पितम् स्वीकुरुष्व गुरो विश्वस्फूर्ते दिव्यकृपाकृते।
Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. My humble salutations to the holy feet of the scientific saint, the Purna Guru, Shri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi ji, for giving us this opportunity to come together and celebrate Ugadi. Today is day 3. Welcome you all, Sphoorthi Kutumbam family members. Day 3 of Prasthana Sadhana, the process and the practice of the ascension. As part of this 3-day program, we conduct asana, pranayam and dhyana. So with the divine blessings and permissions, let's commence the 3rd day of sadhana practice. Sit in a comfortable posture, internalize your environment, keep your spine, neck and head aligned. Let us all invite Shri Guruji for at all different Guru Peetham locations. We'll chant 3 Omkaras followed by Guru Mantra and Moola Mantra. Just remember, Omkara should follow path of a sine curve. Start with the low pitch to high and then to low. Hands to the heart center, Namaskar Mudra. Deep inhale. अखण्डमण्डलाकारम् व्याप्तं येन चराचरम् तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानं मतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। Now let's chant Moola Mantra 9 times in one voice. Deep inhale. Om. Vishwarupe Shaktirupe ViswaSphoorthi Guruve Namaha. Om. Vishwarupe Shaktirupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave 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 Namaha. Shaktirupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Om Vishwarupe Shaktirupe ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Stay in that state for a minute. Let's meditate and pray Guruji to guide us and bless us. Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. We'll commence our third day of Prasthana Sadhana with asanas. Today's instructor is Dr. Pratap Reddy Garu, retired GM, Coal India Limited, and demonstrators we have Shri Pani Garu, Tech Lead IBM, and
Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. I welcome you all the devotees of His Holiness, Purna Guru, Scientific Saint, Sri Guru ViswaSphoorthi Ji, the devotees at United States of America, Canada, United Kingdom, Singapore, and Australia. On the occasion of celebrations of Shubhakrut New Year 2022, I prostrate at the lotus feet of His Holiness Sri Guru ViswaSphoorthi Ji for giving us this unique opportunity to practice Prasthana Sadhana, the process and the practice of ascension. I also convey my thanks and gratitude to Sri Guruji. With his divine guidance, with divine blessings, let us commence the practice of Prasthana Sadhana. I welcome you all. I also request the demonstrators to get ready for demonstration, Srimati Ramya and Sri Panigrahiji. Sit in Vajrasana, eyes closed. Practice deep, slow, conscious breathing. Visualize that Sri Guruji is blessing us to mitigate our physical ailments, mental problems, social relationships, emotions, etc. Let us receive, accept the divine blessings being showered on us by Sri Guruji to mitigate the problems related to us and in our all family members. Let us start today's practical session with the dog breathing. You are all in Vajrasana, I think. Place your palms on the floor by the side of knees on the floor. Dog breathing. Place your palms on the floor. Bend little forward. Bring your tongue out. Flap your abdominal muscles, synchronizing your inhalation and exhalation fast. Fast. It should be around 40 to 60 cycles per minute, like Kapalbhati. But in Kapalbhati, we close our mouth. Here we open our mouth. Kapalbhati is very, very dangerous for the people suffering with the high blood pressure, whereas dog breathing is not like that. It can be practiced by the people suffering with the high blood pressure also. Deep, slow, conscious breathing. We'll go for tiger breathing. Stand up on the knees. Keep your knees apart by one hand. Please look at the demonstrators. This is the very rare demonstration. Earlier we have not introduced this, it seems. Place your palms away from the knees. Make a square formation between both the palms and knees. Inhale, look at the roof. Press your spinal cord down. Exhale, look at your abdomen. Push up your spinal cord. Convex position. Inhale, spinal cord should become concave. Exhale, spinal cord is now convex. Inhale, exhale. Those who have back pain may not do it. If they are only very mild back pain, you can also practice. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. 20 rounds. Young people can practice 25 to 30 rounds fast. Inhale up, exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, to improve flexibility of the spine and to strengthen the lungs. Inhale up, exhale down. Fast, fast. If you are an elder like me, practice slowly. Otherwise, you can go fast. Go to Shashankasana. Hands forward on the floor. Practice 5 Brahmaris. Stretch your hands forward. Eyes closed. Deep, conscious breathing. Feel excessive blood at the head region. Feel relaxation and stimulation all over the body. Relaxation to the mind, stimulations all over the body, especially head region, trunk portion, spine, waist region, abdominal muscles, thoracic muscles. Now we'll go for rabbit breathing. Be like that only. Just raise your head. Just raise your head little. Inhale and exhale through the, or inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, fast. Rabbit breathing. These are the small little techniques, very easy techniques to strengthen our lungs, purify our lungs. Rabbit breathing, 30 cycles. You can inhale through the nose if you like. You would blow the air little fast. Inhale and blow the air. Inhale and blow the air. A rabbit runs and relaxes like this, fast breathing. Rabbit breathing is a little faster. That's why it lives for only 5 years or 10 years. Dog is around 15 years. Tortoise is for 200 to 400 years. It breathes only 2 to 4 cycles in a minute. Relax, relax, sit in Vajrasana, deep, slow, conscious breathing. We'll be practicing today more breathing techniques like this to strengthen our lungs. Corona-like viruses, we can overcome, we can improve our resistance, we can improve the capability of the lungs. Very simple breathing techniques. Slowly come to the standing posture. Lungs strengthening exercise. Tadasana. Hands up in the air. All the fingers to be stretched out. Up in the air. All the fingers to be stretched out. Inhale there. Exhale, form the fist and bring it down. Fast, fast. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Little faster. Panik Garu, you can also practice panik. Yeah, slow down, relax in Shitala Tadasana. Keep your feet apart. Feel sensations in the thoracic region, lungs inside, the lower lobes, middle lobes of the lungs, and upper lobes of the lungs. There was stimulation in all the 3 lobes of the lungs. Each and every alveoli got stimulated. Bronchiole got stimulated. Feel the sensations in the fingertips, finger joints, shoulder joints. Now we go for fingers locked breathing. Lock your fingers and place them at the chest region. Bring your feet together. Fingers locked breathing part 1. This is for the, especially this technique is designed to stimulate the lower lobes of the lungs. Inhale, pull forward, both the hands parallel to the floor. Parallel to the floor, don't raise, parallel to the floor. Exhale, place the palms on the chest, collapse your elbows. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For middle lobes of the lungs, we will raise both the hands 45 degrees to the floor. Inhale, exhale. Eyes closed, slowly, consciously feel each and every microsecond of your exercise. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For upper lobes of the lungs, part 3. Inhale, up in the air and raise your heels if possible, Exhale, down. Inhale, pull up entire body. Exhale. Inhale, pull up entire body, even spine also pull up. Exhale, you are stimulating especially upper lobes of the lungs. Inhale, exhale. Slowly, consciously unlock your fingers. Very, very slowly drop down your hands with eyes closed. Monitor the sensations which you could generate in fingertips, finger joints, palms, shoulders. Shithila Tadasana. Keep your feet away. Bend your neck back. Totally internalize your awareness. It's very subtle sensations at the fingertips, finger joints. You can monitor them. Pleasant face, eyes closed. Hands in and out. Breathing. Both the feet together. Bring both the hands parallel to the floor. Maintain 2 to 3 millimeter distance between both the palms. Let the camera focus on that distance between both the palms. Inhale, pull back both the hands, keep on inhaling. Exhale, slowly bring the palms nearer. Feel the energy getting transferred from one palm to other in between both the palms. Feel it, eyes closed. It needs a lot of very good consciousness and awareness. Inhale, pull back. Exhale. Your palms should not touch. They keep on maintaining at least 5 millimeters gap and feel the transfer of energy from one palm to other palm. Inhale. Exhale. Last round. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly, consciously drop down the hands, very, very slowly, with complete awareness, awareness, awareness. Relax in Shithila Tadasana. Feel all the sensations at the shoulder muscles, fingertips, lungs, various parts of the lungs. Slow, conscious breathing. We have practiced around 6 various types of breathing techniques, which are very, very useful for bronchial asthma patients. People suffering with high blood pressure also, they can practice the later part of these 3 techniques, not the initial 3 techniques. They are very, very beneficial for the asthma patient. Those who are just recovering from the ailments can practice them by sitting on the bed. They're very simple and easy to practice. People who are senior citizens can also practice while sitting on a chair, not in Vajrasana and Shashankasana, but other things can be practiced. These 3 breathing exercises every day. We'll go for sit-ups, 5 sit-ups. Parallel to the floor, both the hands. Inhale there. Exhale, sit down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. This can be practiced by the people who are suffering with the knee pains, but practice only half sit-ups. That too, if you cannot practice half sit-ups, take support of a dining chair or take support of a pole and practice. Inhale up, exhale down. Thrice a day, minimum 5 rounds. Slow down and relax. Shithila Tadasana. You are not to be in a hurry at the end of the posture. Come slowly, consciously to the relaxation posture. Ustrasana, Shashankasana breathing. This is also very wonderful technique for bronchial asthma patients and diabetes also. Ustrasana, Shashankasana, which we have done yesterday, that we will be demonstrating again. Very, very beneficial exercise to lose weight also. Everybody can practice. Please sit down in Vajrasana, stand up on the knees, go for Ardha Ustrasana, inhale there, Ardha Ustrasana inhalation, look back at the roof, exhale, hold your wrist on the back of on the waist region and slowly bend forward in Vajrasana. Place your forehead on the floor. Exhale there. Inhale. Ardha Ustrasana. Very powerful. Those who have digestive disorders can also practice this. Those who have the back pain, if severe back pain, they need not practice this. It may aggravate. Others can practice. Diabetic patients, very, very useful. Inhale back, up and back, exhale, forward bending in Shashankasana. Initially, you practice 3 rounds. It can be taken to 15 rounds if you have time. Slow down, end with Ardha Ustrasana. Sit in Shithila Dandasana, relax. Feel all the changes going on within your body. Deep, slow, conscious breathing. We'll practice cycling also. Lie down on your back. Place your palms below your head region. Go for cycling, forward cycling and reverse cycling, 5 rounds. Do not stop your breath. Keep on inhaling and exhaling. Keep your eyes closed. Imagine that your big toe is the pencil tip or the tip of the pen. And try to draw a biggest circle with each toe. Forward, backward, biggest circle possible. Inhale, exhale. Knees should come to the chest when you fold. And when you take them forward, the knees should be straight. Up, forward, down, backward. Reverse, anti-clockwise. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. This is also very good exercise for diabetic patients and people suffering with bronchial asthma, people suffering with digestive disorders, and those who wanted to lose the fat at the abdominal region and thigh muscles. It's a good technique to practice. You need to practice 20 rounds each side. Slow down, relax. Go to Ardha Bhujanga, eyes closed. Ardha Bhujangasana, relax in Ardha Bhujangasana. A good, nice technique. A wonderful technique for the people suffering with spondylitis, slip disc problems, back pain, sciatica, problems in sacral region and coccyx region. Ardha Bhujanga, eyes closed. Keep reciting, chanting Brahmaris, at least 5. These backward bending postures are self-complementary in nature. That's why I request all the participants to learn backward bending postures. They're very, very comfortable, beneficial to everybody. And end your yoga session, the last posture should be backward bending, that is prone posture, at least Dhanurasana, Bhujangasana, something like that. We have done now Naukasana in supine posture. The Naukasana can also be done in prone posture. It is a little difficult. In prone posture, what we need to do, demonstrators, please hear me, listen to me. In prone posture, we have to take both the hands forward, stretch them forward. The legs should be backward stretching. Inhale, raise your legs up and hands down. Inhale, raise your head and trunk portion up along with the hands. So you can rock in Naukasana. Yeah, try that. It is a new technique even for the demonstrators. Please practice. Inhale, hands and legs up. Only your navel portion is on the floor. Inhale up, exhale down. It's very difficult. Focus, Mr. Panigrahi Garu. Let us see how he is doing. Inhale up, exhale down. Yeah. Or what we can do, raise both the legs first, hands down. And after that, bring down the legs, then raise both the hands along with the trunk portion. That also we can do. Yeah. Panigrahi are doing okay. Rocking, forward, backward rocking. This also not, this is a little difficult, just like Dhanurasana, but not folding the knees. Slow down, go for Shavasana. Naukasana in prone posture. Naukasana can be done supine also. Naukasana can be done in prone posture also. Deep, slow, conscious breathing. Like this, the bronchial asthma patients may opt for more breathing techniques, breathing-oriented yoga technique to strengthen their lungs, to mitigate the problems of bronchial asthma. For diabetic patient, any posture is good, provided if they can practice. Feel the stimulations, sensations, which you could generate while practicing the postures. Monitor all the sensations, stimulations, nerve impulses going on from head to toes. Feel your heart rate, breathing rate, circulatory system, impulses in the nervous system, changes in the muscular joints, skeletal joints, and muscular system. Now slowly place your right hand palm on the abdomen. Practice abdominal breathing and monitor the movement of abdominal muscles. Slowly, consciously place it around the navel portion, not on the chest. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Those who are novice, the beginners, should learn to practice Shavasana first, abdominal breathing first, some breathing techniques, then they should be introduced to the yoga postures. Especially abdominal breathing will help you to practice pranayama and meditation systematically, correctly. During practice of pranayama, we are supposed to go for abdominal breathing. Even during meditation also, the abdominal breathing should continue. That should become a habit for us. Abdominal breathing should become part of our life. The lungs utilization will improve and mind will be comparatively calm, quiet, and peaceful. The awareness levels will improve. Exhale. Exhalation is important. Inhalation anybody can do. Exhalation, proper exhalation, we should learn. Suck your abdominal muscles in during exhalation. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Now recite 3 rounds of Brahmari. Now Omkaras. Go for Omkaras, please. 3 rounds of Omkara recitation. Inhale deeply. Go for that. Monitor all the vibrations which you could generate from head to toes. Inhale and hold the breath. Feel the vibrations. Exhale and hold the breath. Feel the vibrations. Wherever they are. Whatever may be the intensity, amplitude. Monitor the amplitude, frequency, and place of vibrations. The intensity of vibration slowly dies down. Slowly bring your right hand palm on the floor. Slowly bring your both the feet together. Slide them on the floor and bring them together. Slide the heels on the floor. Slowly fold your right knee. Bring your right heel to the right buttock. Take your left hand above the head as per your convenience. Slowly turn to left. Lie down on the left side of the body consciously. Take your right hand palm in front of your abdominal muscles on the floor. While keeping eyes closed, while monitoring each and every subtle change at the head region, top of the head region, temples, slowly sit down. Sukhasana. Slowly sit down. We'll go for the mind should be calm and quiet. Now, breathing should be slow and steady without much effort. Each and every cell must be relaxing. Do not disturb mental calmness, mental harmony, mental stability, mental peace. While maintaining the mental calmness, harmony, and stability, take water break for 30 seconds, 30 to 60 seconds. We're going to practice pranayama today. Without any break between a round. You will be practicing all the 3 rounds, one after the other, without break. Break is to be given after a unit. All the 3 rounds are to be completed, then give the break, go for the second unit, then give the break, go for the third unit. We are supposed to practice all the 3 units. Unit 1, without changing the technique, you have to give a gap and practice. That becomes unit 2. Without changing techniques, again give a gap and practice 3rd time, that becomes unit 3. So there is no change between unit 1, 2, and 3 techniques. Techniques are same. The rounds are little different. So try to practice uninterruptedly without break the complete unit. Unit 1. We are going for first in, first out, 3 rounds, 3 times. Second in, first out 3 times. Both in, both out 3 times. In the second round, second in, first out 3 times. First in, second out 3 times. Both in, both out 3 times. In the third round, both in, both out 9 times. Okay, let us practice. Keep ready the tick tick sound also. Slowly take your right hand palm to the nostrils with the pranayama mudra. Ladies, please close your right nostril. Gents, please close your left nostril. Start practicing first in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now second in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Second in. On your own, second in. Learn how to count. Hold it for 10 counts. After 5 in, 10 holding, go for first out 5 seconds and hold the breath for 10 seconds. And we're going for both in, both out. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same. Both in, both out, 3 times. 5, 10, 5, 10. Practice on your own. Both in, both out, 5, 10, 5 seconds inhalation, 10 seconds exhalation. So there are 10 seconds holding, 5 seconds exhalation, 10 seconds holding. Both in, both out, 3 times or 3 cycles. Please sit erect, eyes closed, neck should be straight, chest should be forward. Pull your trunk portion up. Once you complete both in, both out, 3 cycles, go for round 2. Round 2 is second in, first out. Round 2, second in, first out, 3 times. Same timing. 5 inhalation, 10 holding. If you are unable to practice 10 holding, go for 8. Our target is that. In future, the target will be further raised to 20, 5, 20 also. So let us learn at the beginning 5, 10, 5, 10. Second round, first step is second in, hold, first out, hold. 3 cycles. Take the help of tick-tick sound. After 3 cycles of first step in second round, go to second step, that is first in, hold, second out, hold. I request all the volunteers to put dhupam also during pranayama and meditation. Second time. At your respective houses also, residences also, it should be done. Second round, second step is first in, hold, second out, hold. If you have completed that also, both in, hold, both out, hold, 3 cycles. Go for that. No break today. Both in, hold, both out, hold. Second round, third step is same as first round, third step. No modification in that. Both in, hold, both out, hold. It's very easy to practice. Even one nostril is blocked. This is easy to practice, this step. Timing should be maintained. Integration of your awareness should be there with the breathing process. Internalize your awareness. Feel entire windpipe, bronchioles, alveoli. Visualize the exchange of gases at the alveoli. Keep on internalizing your awareness. If you have completed the third step in second round, go for third round. You have finished first round, second round, then go for third round. Both in hold, both out hold 9 times. Both in hold, both out hold 9 times. Use fingers to remember which round we are practicing, which cycle we are practicing. You have to practice 9 cycles of both in hold, both out hold. 5, 10 seconds. Don't be in hurry. If you are unable to count, if you are unable to hold to the speed, a uniform speed, use tick-tick sound or a wall clock, second sound. Sit straight. Don't bend your neck forward, eyes closed. Keep on internalizing your awareness. You are inhaling about 6 to 8 times the normal air. Each and every corner of the lungs is getting filled with the excessive oxygen and air you are sending in. You are giving sufficient time during holding, double time holding, to absorb all the oxygen. Not only that, when you hold the air inside at the high atmosphere pressure, high pressure, there are modifications in the oxygen that is being absorbed into the blood. That aspect we need to remember. Inhaling and holding the breath inside. High pressure air is there. High pressure, the oxygen is in the high pressure. This helps to improve our vital power, oxygenated blood, immune system. Hemo will also be enhanced, concentration improves, memory power also increases, and length of dendrites gets improved, thereby establishing a better communication system in the brain than what it is. So pranayama has multiple benefits, multifarious benefits. At the body level, brain level, mental plane, emotional plane. A wonderful technique designed by Sri Guruji, His Holiness Purna Guru Sri Guru ViswaSphoorthi Ji, a scientific saint. Once you complete 9 cycles of both in hold, both out hold, that is round 3, slowly, consciously bring down your right hand palm, place it on your right knee. Very, very slowly. Don't be in hurry. Take your own time. Keep on practicing abdominal breathing during the pranayama, after the pranayama also. That helps you to withhold the awareness internally. you need to utilize the fingers or lines on the fingers to count the number of the cycle you are practicing. You have to remember which round you are doing, practicing. Round 1, round 2, round 3. All these 3 rounds make one single unit. After giving a gap to get relaxation, you can repeat the same unit, which becomes unit 2. After completion of unit 2, you can go for a relaxation for 2 to 3 minutes. And again, you can practice the same unit, which makes unit 3. Our revered Guru recommends 3 units of pranayama every day for each and every devotee. In the beginning, you may practice single unit, but as the time passes, you should learn how to practice all the 3 units with the gaps. And time factor is also the holding time, which should keep on increasing, 5-10, 5-10, in future 5-20, like that. Slowly we should try to improve the holding time gradually in a systematic way. Now open your eyes, look at Sri Guruji's photograph, start focusing. Focus on Guruji's photograph. Slowly reduce the area of the photograph. Then go for center, eyebrow center, or any single spot. Then centration, continue to stay in the center point, that is centration. When centration is successful, concentration is acquired. For concentration is the result. Concentration leads to contemplation, then meditation, then dhyana. Do not worry much. Keep practicing. Now I am reciting the Mula Mantram for you. Keep on synchronizing the deep, slow, conscious breathing with each and every word of the Mula Mantram. The first word of the Mula Mantram is Om. Second word is Ma. When I recite Om, you are supposed to inhale deeply. When I recite Ma, you are supposed to exhale, very longest exhalation. Vishwarupa inhalation, Shakti Rupa exhalation. When I recite ViswaSphoorthi, you keep on inhaling. Gurave Nama, keep on exhaling. I will be repeating thrice for you, for your comfort, for your benefit. Later on, you have to recite this mantra similarly, silently. Silent recitation of Mula Mantra and synchronization of deep, slow, conscious breathing. That will lead you to centration, concentration, and subsequent stages of meditation. Or if you have become expert, you can start directly the dhyana. Learn to meditate on yourself from body to inner layers, physical body to pranamaya kosha, manomaya kosha, vijnanamaya kosha, anandamaya kosha, like that. Subtler levels of existence. Self, its activity, mind, its activity, emotions, belief system, assumptions, expectations, like that. Try to introspect, analyze yourself, know thyself. That aspect should be there in dhyana. I am starting recitation for your benefit. Recitation of Mula Mantram. Start inhalation. Vishvarupi Shaktirupi ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Vishvarupi Shaktirupi ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Ma Vishvarupi Shaktirupi ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Vishvarupi Shaktirupi ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Ma Vishvarupi Shaktirupi ViswaSphoorthi Gurave Namaha. Ma Vishvarupi Shaktirupi ViswaSphoorthi. Gurave Namaha. Om Ma Vishvarupe Shaktirupe ViswaSphoorthi. Gurave Namaha. Vishvarupe Shaktirupe ViswaSphoorthi. Gurave Namaha. Keep on continuing with the silent recitation of Mula Mantram. Keep on synchronizing the recitation of Mula Mantra words with the deep, slow, conscious breathing. Do not bother about thoughts, their subject, their speed, their liking or disliking. Just proceed with the recitation and keep on synchronizing deepest, slowest breathings. Abdominal breathing. If you wish to close your eyes, it's okay. Continue with the meditation. Go to dhyana. It should happen. You need not try for that. Try for deep breathing, deepest breathing, slowest breathing. Integrate Mula Mantram. When you practice this meditation in the Brahma Muhurtam between 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., this Mula Mantram is connected to the bio-cosmic energy. The moment you recite this Mula Mantram, you start receiving that bio-cosmic energy through your Brahmarandram, top of the head region. It reaches each and every cell of the body and each and every neuron of the brain, resulting in the upgradation of quality of the neurons, strengthening each and every cell of the body. As the bio-cosmic energy required to generate, required to produce prana shakti is abundantly available during this process of meditation, while integrating recitation of Mula Mantram with the deep, slow, conscious breathing. Oxygen is abundantly available. Bio-cosmic energy or the Jiva Shakti or the bioenergy. In scientific terms, it is called as hydromagnetic energy. Sri Guruji termed it as, named it as hydromagnetic energy. But hydro part is there in this energy. The moment the sun rises, this gets disturbed. That's why Guruji recommends us to practice before sunrise. And also, Guruji is meditating for us between 4:30 a.m. to 5:30 a.m. Transmission of his divine energy commences at 4:30 a.m. local time. If you want to see a serial, if you want to go to a picture, you stick to timings. You stick to the same hall or the channel. Cinema hall is also same, or the channel is same in the TV. Similarly, if you want to gain, acquire the divine energy being transmitted by Sri Guruji, you need to practice this meditation between 4:30 and 5:30 a.m. every day. That's what he advises us. Several times he is appealing to us, advising us to practice this when he is in meditation. He is meditating for us to mitigate our problems, physical, mental, emotional, financial, social problems, material problems, spiritual problems. Sri Guruji gives a nice quotation to explain the benefit of the divine meditation like this, the divine Mula Mantram and a specially designed pranayama technique. Quantum of the brain is quality of mind. If you want to upgrade the quality of the mind, good thoughts, harmonious thoughts, divine thoughts, slow speed thoughts, pleasant thoughts, controllable thoughts. What we need to do, we have to increase the quantum of the brain. Quantum of the brain means we have to bring the dormant neurons into action. Guruji says we are using not even 2% of the brain, 0.02, he says. We are using at present 0.02% of the brain capabilities and working with only 5 senses. Keep practicing deep breathing, slow breathing with Mula Mantra. During the practice of such meditation, which you are practicing now, neurons get elevated. Sphoorthi elevates brain neurons. Sphoorthi elevates human mind. The irreversible step-by-step upgradation of the quality of neurons. Step-by-step upgradation of the mind from existing consciousness to higher state of consciousness. That happens in this meditation. That's why Guruji gives this quotation. Quantum of brain is improved, increased, enhanced by practicing this meditation, by connecting more and more neurons, by enhancing the length of dendrites and upgrading the quality of neurons, upgrading the quality of the consciousness at each and every neuron. That's what happens in this meditation. The quantum of brain is quality of mind, and quality of brain is quantum of mind. We need to enhance the quality of each and every neuron. Both are happening in this pranayama technique and meditation technique. Quality and quantum of brain is being upgraded, enhanced. It is an irreversible system. That's why Guruji uses terms it as a prasthanam. a step-by-step elevation of neuron or mind from existing state to higher state, an irreversible process. It is irreversible because the changes are being done at the brain neurons level. Deep, slow, conscious breathing. Let us remember this beautiful quotation, very valuable quotation. Quantum of brain is quality of mind. Quality of brain is quantum of mind. If the brain quality is improved, objective concentration is very easy. Subjective contemplation becomes very easy also. We don't get clumsy, disturbing, useless thoughts. The speed of thoughts is also controlled, controllable, thereby making it easy to modify the subject of the thought. It is easy to modify the speed of thought. That's what we need to learn. We need to modify the subject of the thought, speed of the thought at our will. So the willpower also gets enhanced by practicing Prasthana Sadhana in Brahma Muhurtam as recommended by our Guruji. For giving us this wonderful, beautiful opportunity on the occasion of celebrations of Shubhakrut New Year Day for Telugu people, Karnataka people, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, Visu. Maharashtra, it is Gudi Padava. For Telugu and Karnataka, it is Ugadi. Let us convey our thanks and gratitude to Sri Guruji. Let us pay our respects to Sri Guruji, offer our pranamas at his lotus feet. We will recite the last sloka, last two slokas, Gurumurtim, Dhyanamulam, together. Namaskara Mudra. The next program will be announced after this recitation of two slokas. You can withdraw from the meditation as you like. You can continue also. With gratitude and devotion, let us recite two slokas. Gurumurtim smare nityam Guror naam sada jape Gurorajñam prakurvita Guroranyam na bhavaye. Let us not think of anything other than Sri Guruji. Other than Sri Guruji. Dhyanamoolam Gurormurtihi Pujamoolam Gurorpadam మంత్రమూలం గురోర్వాక్యం మోక్షమూలం గురోర్కృపా. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. Here the moksha moolam indicates not the liberation of the death, not liberation after the death, but liberation from our bondages, liberation from our weaknesses, liberation from our limitations, which is arresting us not to improve our consciousness levels from existing state to higher state of consciousness. This is the moksha moolam, Gurur Kripa. Let us try to overcome with the divine blessings of Sri Guruji all the limitations, all the bondages which are blocking us to proceed to the existing level of consciousness to higher state of consciousness at the mental plane. Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. Let us wait for the next instructions, next announcement, please. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum. Thank you, Pratap Reddy Garu, for guiding us through the asana pranayam dhyanam. Guruji's philosophy is practical philosophy. So whatever he has prescribed us, we must practice it to realize it. And practicing Prasthana Sadhana, the purpose of practicing Prasthana Sadhana is to bring the continuity in that practice. Sphoorthi Oum. So the next agenda item is we're going to watch the divine message video clip from the past discourse. Sphoorthi Oum.
కాస్త ఈ రోజున మనం చేయదగింది ఏమిటి, తెలుసుకోదగింది ఏమిటి, భవిష్యత్తులో మన ప్రణాళిక ఎలా ఉండాలి అన్నది ప్రధానంగా మనం మాట్లాడితే కొంచెం అది ఉపయోగకరంగా మీకు ఉంటుందని భావిస్తున్నాను. చాలా మేరకు సబ్జెక్టు తెలుసుకోవడం అన్నది ప్రధానమైనటువంటి అంశం. తెలియడం అంటే జ్ఞానం, జ్ఞానాన్ని పొందటం, ఎలా పొందాలి. అయితే ఇక్కడ మనకున్నటువంటి వాటిని పరిశీలన చేస్తే చాలా వరకు ఈ వేదాంతం కానీ పురాణాలు కానీ ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఆధ్యాత్మికం అంటే అది సుదూరమైనటువంటిది, మనకు అందుబాటులో లేనటువంటిది, అదో సపరేట్ ఫీల్డ్, మనకు సంబంధం లేనటువంటిది అని ఎక్కువ భాగం అనుకునేటువంటి అవకాశం ఉంది. ఆధ్యాత్మికత అంటేనే అదేదో మనకు సంబంధించింది కాదు, అవి చేసేవాళ్ళు కూడా ఏదో సపరేట్గా ఉంటారనో, లేదు ఈ గురువులు బాబాలు ఇలాంటి వాళ్ళే చేస్తారేమో, ఈ స్పిరిచువల్ ఫీల్డ్ మనకు సంబంధం లేదు కదా అని అనుకోవచ్చు. భౌతిక జీవితంలోనే ఆధ్యాత్మికత కూడా ఇమిడి ఉంది. దీనిని బాగా గ్రహించడానికి ప్రయత్నించండి. ఎలా? ఇప్పుడు జీవిస్తున్నటువంటి జీవితం భౌతికమని మాత్రమే మీరు అనుకుంటున్నారు, అందులోనే దాగి ఉంది ఆధ్యాత్మికత. ఇలా ఉండడానికి అవకాశం ఎలా ఉంది? ఈ భౌతికం ఆధ్యాత్మికం రెండు ఒకే చోట ఎలా ఉన్నాయి? దాన్ని అసలు ఐడెంటిఫై చేయటం ఎలా? ఆ రెండింటిని కలపటం ఎలా? ఈ భౌతిక ఆధ్యాత్మిక సమన్వయ జీవితాన్ని గడపటం ఎలా అన్నది ప్రధానమైనటువంటి అంశంగా మీరు తెలుసుకోవాలి. ఇందులోనే ఉన్నటువంటి పంచభౌతిక శరీరం, ఇంద్రియాలకు సంబంధించినటువంటి ఈ శరీరంలో మరి ఈ ఆధ్యాత్మికతకు సంబంధించినటువంటి అంశం కూడా ఉందా అంటే మనం మొదటి నుంచి రావాలి. అంటే దాదాపుగా మదర్ న్యూక్లియస్ విశ్వమాత, అక్కడి నుంచి మరి ఆ లింక్ ఎలా వస్తుంది అన్నది మనం కానీ గమనించగలిగితే ప్రతి శరీరంలో కూడా జీవిగా పుట్టిన తర్వాత భౌతికంతో కూడా ఆధ్యాత్మికత కూడా ఉంది అని తెలుస్తుంది. ఎలా? సో విశ్వంలో ఉన్నటువంటి చేతనత్వం కలిగినటువంటి శక్తి విశ్వచేతనం, దాదాపుగా దాన్నే మనం ద ప్యూర్ ఎనర్జీ అంటాం. ఈ విశ్వచేతన శక్తి ఇంటర్నల్గా ఉన్నటువంటి రిలేటివిటీ, ఇంటర్నల్ రిలేటివిటీ ద్వారా పదార్థంగా ట్రాన్సిషన్ అవుతుంది. అదే సృష్టికి ఆరంభం. ఏదైతే విశ్వచేతన శక్తి ఏదైతే ఉన్నదో ఇంటర్నల్ రిలేటివిటీ ద్వారా పదార్థంగా మార్పు చెందడం, అదే సృష్టికి మూలం. ఇక్కడ మీరు గమనించదగింది, ఎవరైనా ఉన్నారా, సృష్టించారా, ఎక్కడున్నారు, ఎలా ఉన్నారు అన్నదానికి మీరు కాస్త జాగ్రత్తగా ఆలోచిస్తే చాలా క్లారిటీగా అర్థమవుతుంది. సో ఎక్కడైతే తనకు తానుగా రిలేటివిటీ ద్వారా శక్తిగా ఉన్నటువంటిది ట్రాన్సిషన్, సో పదార్థంగా మొట్టమొదటగా మారటం, ఆ పదార్థం చలన ధర్మాన్ని కలిగి ఉండటం, తర్వాత ట్రాన్స్మార్ఫిజం ద్వారా చలన పరిణామ ధర్మంగా అది ఉండటం, అందులోనే ఎవల్యూషనరీ. ఒకసారి వచ్చిన తర్వాత అంతటితో ఆగిపోలేదు. సో చలన ధర్మాన్ని కలిగి ఉన్నటువంటిది పదార్థం. సో ఎవల్యూషనరీ పరిణామ క్రమంలో ఇంకొక పదార్థానికి అవకాశం కల్పిస్తోంది. మరి దీన్ని గమనించాలి. సో ట్రాన్స్మ్యుటేషన్తో స్టార్ట్ అయినటువంటిది ట్రాన్స్మార్ఫిజం జరిగి అక్కడ ఇంటర్నల్ రిలేటివిటీ ద్వారా ఇక్కడ పదార్థం ఎవల్యూషనరీ పాత్వేలో ఇంకొక దానికి అవకాశం వచ్చినప్పుడు, విశ్వశక్తియే ఆ విధంగా మారినప్పుడు విశ్వశక్తిలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఎలిమెంట్ మరి ఈ పదార్థంలో ఉన్నట్టా లేనట్టా ఒకసారి మీరు ఆలోచిస్తే అర్థమవుతుంది. అందులో నుంచే ట్రాన్సిషన్ ద్వారా, ట్రాన్స్మ్యుటేషన్ ద్వారా ఎవల్యూషనరీ ప్రాసెస్లో ఎంటర్ అవుతూ ఉంది. ఇది అంతరిక్షంలో జరిగేటువంటి విధానం. మరి ఇక్కడ జీవానికి అవకాశం ఉందా? జీవి యొక్క సూక్ష్మత అక్కడే ప్రారంభం, అక్కడే స్టార్ట్ అయింది, అక్కడే మొదలైంది. సృష్టించబడలేదు, కలిగినదే, వచ్చినదే తనకు తానుగా అక్కడి నుంచే. దీన్ని గమనించాలి. తరువాత నక్షత్ర మండలాలుగా దాదాపుగా గ్యాషియస్ స్టేట్లో ఫైర్కు సంబంధించి సోలార్ మేఘాలుగా, సోలార్ క్లౌడ్స్ ఇలా ఏర్పాటు కావటం, తనకు తానుగా ఒక పద్ధతి ప్రకారం, ఒక టైం బౌండ్ ప్రకారం తనకు తానుగా మార్పును చెంది తరువాత నెక్స్ట్ ఫేజ్కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఈ సోలార్ సిస్టమ్ ఏర్పాటు కావడం, ఈ సోలార్ సిస్టానికి సంబంధించి గ్రహాలు బేసింగ్ ఆన్ ద టెంపరేచర్ అండ్ ఇట్స్ సరౌండింగ్స్, అక్కడ పరిస్థితులు, వాటి ప్రభావం, దీని మేరకు అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి ఆ మెటీరియల్, ఆ మ్యాటర్, అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి బేసింగ్ ఆన్ ద ఫ్యాక్ట్స్ లైక్ ద టెంపరేచర్, ఇవన్నీ కూడా కోరు భాగంలో ఒక విధంగా ఉంటే ఉపరితలంలో ఇంకొక విధంగా ఉంటాయి. సో వీటికి సంబంధించి అక్కడ పరిస్థితులు, వాటి ప్రభావాలు చూసి ఈ ఏర్పాటు అన్నది జరిగింది. అందులో ఉన్నటువంటి భూమి భూగోళం. సో ఇక్కడి నుంచి వస్తున్నటువంటి దాంట్లో ఈ పదార్థంలో జీవికి సంబంధించినటువంటి సూక్ష్మ స్థితి అక్కడే ఉంది. ఇదంతా కూడా ట్రావెల్ చేస్తూ ఉంది. మరి భూగోళం దగ్గరకు వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఇక్కడ పూర్తిగా పెను మార్పులు చోటు చేసుకున్నట్లు మనకు కనిపిస్తుంది. సో ఈ మైక్రోలో ఉన్నటువంటి జీవి ఏదైతే ఉన్నదో దానికి అనుకూలమైనటువంటి వాతావరణం, ఆ టెంపరేచర్ ఈ ఉపరితలం మీద, ఈ గోళం యొక్క ఉపరితలం మీద అవకాశం కలిగినప్పుడు ఆ పరిస్థితులు, వాటి ప్రభావం మేరకు ఇక్కడ ఈ పదార్థమే జీవ పదార్థంగా బయోప్లాస్మాటిక్ మ్యాటర్గా ఏర్పాటు కావడం అన్నది మనం గమనించాలి. ఏదైనా ఒక పదార్థం ఉంది అంటే దానికి సంబంధించిన ముందస్తు స్ట్రక్చర్ ఒకటి ఉండాలి, లేకపోతే అక్కడ పదార్థం రావటానికి అవకాశం లేదు. సో ఈ పాత్ను కానీ మనం గమనించగలిగితే చాలా క్లియర్గా మనకు తెలుస్తుంది. సో ఈ విధమైనటువంటి ఈ భూమి మీద అనుకూలమైనటువంటి వాతావరణం ఏర్పడినప్పుడు ఆ జీవి ఉద్భవం జరిగింది. అక్కడి నుంచే మైక్రో స్థితిలో ఉంది. ఇదంతా కూడా సూక్ష్మ స్థితిలో ఉంటూ ఇక్కడ వచ్చేటప్పటికి అది స్థూల దిశగా ప్రయాణం. సో ఎ జర్నీ ఫ్రమ్ మైక్రో టు మ్యాక్రో. ఇవన్నీ కూడా నేచర్ లాస్, ప్రకృతికి సంబంధించినటువంటి కాస్మిక్ సిద్ధాంతాలు అంటారు. సో ప్రతి ఒక్కటి కూడా మైక్రోతోనే స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి. సూక్ష్మ స్థితి నుంచి స్థూల స్థితి, మళ్ళీ సూక్ష్మ స్థితి. ఇది ఒక సైకిల్. ఇట్స్ ఎ పెరినియల్ ప్రాసెస్. అయితే సూక్ష్మ స్థితి నుంచి స్థూల స్థితి, స్థూల స్థితి నుంచి మళ్ళీ సూక్ష్మ స్థితికి వెళ్ళిపోవటం, ఇలా వచ్చి జీవి ఆవిర్భావంతో ఏకకణ జీవి దగ్గర నుంచి దాదాపుగా బహుకణ జీవి, నిటారుగా నిలబడేటువంటి చిట్ట చివరి జీవి మనిషి వరకు కూడా ఈ జీవ పరిణామ ప్రక్రియ కొనసాగింది. ఇదే తుది. ఇంతకు మించి వచ్చేటువంటి అవకాశం లేదు. సో ఈ సైకిల్ ఇంతటితో ఆగిపోతుంది. అయితే ఇంటర్నల్గా ఇప్పుడా రేపా అని కాదు, అందుకే చెప్పాను ఇట్స్ ఎ పెరినియల్ ప్రాసెస్. అయితే ఈ సైకిల్ స్టార్ట్ అయినటువంటిది ఎండ్ అవుతుంది. అయితే ఇంతవరకు ఉన్నటువంటిది దృశ్యంగా కంటికి కనిపిస్తే దీనికి అదృశ్యమే ఆధారం అన్నది ఒకటి గమనించాలి. ఆకారానికి నిరాకారం ఆధారం, అలాగే నిరాకారానికి ఆకారం కూడా అవసరం. నిరాకారం ఉండాలి అంటే దానికి ఆకారం అవసరం. ఎక్కడైతే విశ్వచేతన శక్తి పదార్థంలోకి వచ్చిందో భిన్నత్వం, అది ఏకత. ఇది వచ్చేటప్పటికి పదార్థం భిన్నత్వం, మరి అది ఉండాలి కాబట్టి దాని ఆధారమైనటువంటి కేంద్రకంలో ఆ విశ్వశక్తి దాగి ఉంది. ప్రతి కణంలో కూడా మీరు కణంలో న్యూక్లియస్ ఉంటుంది, న్యూక్లియస్లో కణం ఉండదు, ఆ న్యూక్లియస్లో ఎనర్జీ ఉంటుంది, విశ్వశక్తికి సంబంధించినటువంటిది. మరి సర్వత్రా నిండి ఉందా విశ్వశక్తి అంటే ఇదే పాత్వే. ఇది అర్థమైతే అసలు ఏమిటి మనిషి ఏమిటి, ఈ ఆధ్యాత్మికత ఎలా వచ్చింది అన్నది తెలుస్తుంది.
Sphoorthi Oum. That was the video clip discourse through a medium. Guruji says religions and traditional texts, as they suggest, that achieving a spirituality is difficult and we have to disassociate with everything. But Guruji says we don't have to. It's part of the same material life that leads to spirituality. How is it possible? Because scientifically, Guruji says every matter and biomatter has embodied energy, which is a microcosm of universal energy. The universe that we know, it did not born out of Big Bang like science suggests, but it evolved over billions of years from the universal energy to matter to biomatter and then back. So it's a journey from micro to macro and then back to micro. Sphoorthi Oum. So the next agenda item that we have is oration on individual and society by Shri Madhu Garu. He is an ERP functional consultant, First Brands Group. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. My humble salutations to the divine lotus feet of the scientific saint, His Holiness, Universal Master, Shri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi. Today I would like to narrate one of the topic which Guruji has written in his books. So this is the writing an individual who is contemplating or doing self-analysis and introspection towards a situation. So the person thinks that or contemplates, once upon a time I was not a financially strong person, and due to that fact, my friends, my neighbors, my colleagues, they made the distance between me and themselves. Even though friends, but relatives also, they made distance with me because of I was not financially strong person. And no one bothered about me. They made completely distance in the relations as well. So I came to know that this is because of financially I'm not a healthy person. Then I started contemplating and I made sincere efforts to become financially strong person. And then after becoming financially healthy person as well, there are two classes of persons. One is who is financially healthy and wealthy, and the second class or second category belongs to who acts as a financially healthy person. Though I am a middle income person, I say myself as second category false, who acts as financially healthy person, though despite they are not healthy persons. And I made my well-wishers as well, and who acts like well-wishers. And in reality, we know how those are and what those well-wishers are, and what making. Leaving aside the reasons, I made my memories in my mind securely, and I will try to recollect those memories as like moral stories. Moral story will have the morals, right? At the end of the moral story, the lesson learned from the moral story. The same way, when I try to recollect all my memories, then at the end, I will know and I will have the lessons what I learned. Not only those, thinking about imaginations and unpractical situations rather than be in the practical life and practical situations, not with the imaginations and imitating some others. And this is how everything has Guruji has written, how a person is contemplating in a situation where something is going wrong in his life, in a major situations or in a minor or general situations every time. So this analysis applies to every human among us, and how fantastic, how beautifully Guruji has narrated this contemplation. And further to explain this, the person, individual, though despite he has the difficult situations and he is contemplating on the lessons what he learned, and he thinks that I have made all these situations right, the wrong situations and the well-wishers who is acting alike, all those reasons we have, but still I try to recover or correct some situations myself by taking strong determination and by having discrimination, whatever the discipline life I'm leading. And because of the discipline I have, and because of the discrimination, judgment, and those are saving this life. So, and Guruji says in the same written pages or chapter, generally our humans tends towards like, or they move the situation like they create the bad, worse and worse situation. This is what happens, right? But Guruji says it should be like good, better and the best. This is how we have to lead. So these are all the effects or the results whatever individual is thinking about. And what are the reasons for that? And reasons Guruji explains there that though we have the science and technology has evolved into the space level, but when it comes to the human, at the morals and the ethics, he's not performing very well at that level in humanity behavior. And in addition, modern food style and modern lifestyle, these are also causing the all these reasons. And not only that, so making our false representation or false projections ourselves, overthinking, or making ourselves living in some other world or in a dream. And whatever we have the negative emotions or whatever the defects we have emotionally, which cannot be balanced, and those negative emotions and defects, we are making it as a new culture to experience, to have them what are the defects we have, right? And we are trying, instead of controlling them, we are trying to have them experience, though our mind says it's a wrong one. So these are the reasons. And not only those, what Guruji says, following others, irrespective of whether it is a good or bad, if everyone is following, then we think that this is the right one. Though it is a wrong one, even our mind and conscience says it's a wrong one, but because of everyone is following it, we accept it as a modern culture. This is what's happening nowadays. So these are the effects and the reasons, and that is why Guruji questions the same chapter. So individual, affect and society are the causes. How to mitigate it, right? So should individual change because of the society, or should society change for the individual wealthy purpose? The question looks bigger, but Guruji says answer is simple. How? As a individual, he forms a society. He forms the rules and regulations and the constitutions of the different social systems. The same way, individual through a brick by brick construction becomes the wall, right? The same way, individual to individual, collective of individuals become the society. So that is why society is the base to become the society. Sorry, the individual is the base to become the society. So if you culture individual in such a way, all the humanity and compassion exhibits, the same way society also gets cultured. And a simple example Guruji says, like a part had some problem in the body, if an organ has a problem, then whole body system reacts. Even though it is a bad or good thing, it could be a negative situation, or it could be a bad positive situation, happiness or sadness, the whole body reacts. The same way, an individual, if an individual makes happiness or sadness, the whole society should respond to it. That is what the ideal society Guruji says that that should become as like a compassionate society. So this is what Guruji has explained, all these analysis, the individual effect and the society reasons and how to mitigate them in Divya's book, in Vyakti, Vyavastha, individual and society, the system. And thanks for giving this opportunity to entire Sphoorthi Kutumba members and bestowing this opportunity to me by divine grace, Sri Guruji. Once again, I would like to submit my humble salutations to the divine lotus feet of the scientific saint, His Holiness Sri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi, and advance wishes for the new year Shubhakrutu Ugadi. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum. Thank you, Madhu Garu, for sharing your view on individual and society. How our society that we live in revolves around the power and wealth. Those who are privileged, wealthy, and powerful, they are treated differently than those who are underprivileged. Guruji says to achieve something in life, everyone must work hard and put constant efforts to make ourselves better and be the role model to bring the change in the society and create a compassionate society. So thank you, Madhu Garu, for sharing the view. The next oration quotation we have is from Srimati Ramya Garu, product owner, T-Mobile. Let's hear it. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. I offer my humble salutations to the divine lotus feet of His Holiness Sri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi, the omnipotent, the omniscient, and the omnipresent. Today, I am going to express my understanding on one of Sri Guruji's quotation from the book The Bits. పుట్టాం ఎందుకో తెలియదు, అయినా బ్రతకాలి మరి. జీవితం దుఃఖం కారాదు దాని లక్ష్యం. We are born, but we don't know why. But we still have to live this life. Don't make misery or sadness the purpose of life. So we are born and we have a life. This is reality. And we don't know why we are born, where we came from. This is the state of ignorance of the mind. We try to contemplate if there is soul, if there is God, who are we, how are we created, so on and so forth. So in order to find answers to such questions, we pursue our intellect and try to do a logical approach. So for logical approach, as per science, there is no existence of God. It is because science believes in objective evidence. For example, if we have an atom, we can see it from the microscope. But if we say there is God, we cannot show it. There is no objective evidence. And when it comes to human beings, we have both physical existence, that is the mundane life, and we also have spirituality in within us, which is invisible, nirakara, which cannot be seen. We are made up of life force, which is also invisible, which cannot be seen. So we have both mind and self, that is Jivatma, that is the microcosm of consciousness. Even that cannot be seen, that cannot be felt, and that cannot be perceived. So in science, we don't have any tools which would objectify the existence of invisibility. And that is why science negates the existence of God. But on the other hand, if we see in Puranas and Vedantas, they talk about the existence of God, and it is based out of mere faith and belief. Or there might be there are gods, there are saints and sadhus who have attained that, experienced that, and they were able to say that. So if we understand it, if we try to observe this clearly here, so it is a subjective experience. So divinity is something which can be experienced. So Sri Guruji always says, instead of knowing who is God, know what is God. So what is God? God is experiencing divinity. So, and Sri Guruji also tells us that we can experience divinity, or we can experience God in this very life. Religion has went tangential in trying to prove the existence of God. It talks about afterlife and attainment of moksha, or attaining divinity after life, but that we don't know about it. But even though if you know who is God, you will know it as a person, but you don't know what they have experienced. So divinity is something one can experience on their own self. Here, Sri Guruji is saying, gathering information and gaining knowledge is acceptable and it is very good, but limiting our knowledge to only logical reasoning will do more harm than good. And Sri Guruji also talks about, he gives us an example that in order to run a business, it is not just enough to sell the products. We should also get some profit. Similarly, in this human life, just living mere life isn't enough. That is the primary need of the human being. We should, and Sri Guruji says that is just living is not the primary purpose of life. And Sri Guruji also says that human beings have imitation capabilities, thinking capabilities, and the intellect. So we have to utilize this intellect in order to attain the purpose of life. So if we try to imbibe this intellect and the purity or sanctity of the self to the mind, then we will be better human beings, we will be better individuals, and thus we will have better family relationships, and that in turn helps the society. So if we try to elevate our self, that is the consciousness, the microcosm of consciousness to consciousness and the spiritual soul, we will be able to experience humanity, compassion, and divinity. So if the self, that is the microcosm of consciousness, controls the mind, it helps in reducing the negativity, and it improves positivity. Mind has duality, which have both positives and negatives. So if we improve the positivity, it will help us become a good human being. So if we elevate ourself, we will be able to experience humanity. If we ascend it further to consciousness and spiritual soul, we will also be able to experience compassion and divinity, which is nothing but knowing what is God and experiencing God in this very life. So Sri Guruji says, instead of seeking for Atma or soul or God somewhere else, try to find it in your own self. And Sri Guruji is also showing us the path and guiding us as to how to elevate our mind to self and to the further stages of ascension. That is through Prasthana Sadhana. If we regularly and consistently, with dedication and discipline, take part in Prasthana Sadhana, we will be able to ascend our mind to self and to divinity further. So this initially, if not attainment of divinity, we will try to become good human being, and we will lead an exemplary life. So this is kind of a person from ignorance is ascending towards intellect or jnani, because ignorance is not knowing who you are and what is the purpose of life, and intellect is knowing who you are. So we can also lead an exemplary life by doing so and attain the purpose of life. So on this occasion of Ugadi, let us all, with the divine blessings of Sri Guruji, continue our Prasthana Sadhana regularly without fail during Brahma Muhurta. And for people who haven't started, let us take a resolve and start practicing Prasthana Sadhana to attain the purpose of life and not just lead a mere life. I thank Sri Guruji for giving me this opportunity in expressing my limited understanding on the quotation. I also wish each and every Sphoorthi Kutumbam family member Ugadi wishes. Shri Subhakruta Nama Samvatsara Ugadi Subhakankshalu. Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum. Thank you, Ramya Garu, for expressing your point of view on the purpose of life. Practicing Prasthana Sadhana, the purpose of Prasthana Sadhana is, again, enables us to identify the good characteristics, qualities in us, and go on expanding them. As the good characteristics increases, expand and pervade in your personality, influences of bad characteristics automatically diminish. There was a question once asked to Guruji, Guruji, what is the difference between knowledge and ignorance? And Guruji says there is no difference. If you think you know everything, then that is your ignorance. And if you think that you don't know anything, then that is your knowledge. Sphoorthi Oum. The next item we have is the experience by Srimati Kasum Garu. She is an Indian, retired Indian Air Force officer. She'll be sharing her experience from India. Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. Am I audible, Andy?
Yes, please continue.
My humble submissions and salutations to the divine lotus feet of my beloved Universal Master, His Holiness, Adhyatmik Vishwaguru, Scientific Saint, Purna Guru, Shri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi Ji, the omnipresent one, the omniscient one, the omnipotent one. I hereby thank Shri Guruji for giving me this divine opportunity to share my experiences with you all. And there's no current here right now, no electricity. So I've just made some temporary arrangement to share my experience. Me and my husband, we met Shri Guruji in September 2007. And now it is 2022. It's been 15 years of wonderful journey with His Holiness. During these times, many ups and downs came in our lives, as life is created out of duality, and they are bound to have both kinds of experiences, the good and the bad. In fact, something which happens as per our liking, we call it as good, whereas something which we don't like or which is not as per our liking, we have coined this term as bad. But both sorrow and joy, good or bad, happiness or sadness, they are like the two sides of the same coin. And in the absence of one, we can't appreciate the other. So what I have experienced in these 15 years with His Holiness, Shri 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 Guru ViswaSphoorthi Ji, I would like to share today with everyone. As I have told many times, I came to Shri Guruji with many questions about life. Having lost our only child, I had many questions as why it happened to me, what is the purpose of my life, where do we come from, where will we go, what happens after death. I was totally confused, and the more I was trying to find my answers, the more I was getting confused. Because I was a very religious person, fasting for 5 days in Navratri, doing all kinds of pujas and archanas, trying to live my life with as much sanctity as I could understand with my mind at that point of time. As I was God-fearing, coming from a culture where the belief system is pretty strong, the death of my son shook my belief and planted many questions about my life. I wanted to face my grief and know the answers to my questions. That's how I roamed all over India in quest of the truth. At that point of time, I went all over the places, learning yogas of various kinds, meditations of all types, reading many books. Probably all those were the stepping stones to reach my God, Shri Guruji. The simplicity of the Dhyana Mano Prasthan, the one-on-one guidance from Shri Guruji, the equal treatment given to everyone, everything was like the dream come true. I always felt that gone are those days when there used to be gurus with those perfect guru-disciple relationships, as written in many of the books like Autobiography of a Yogi, which I happened to read during that time. So I felt that those are the gone days, and now in the present materialistic world, there is nothing like that sort. But I felt very happy and contented, as if I have come to the right place finally. Believe me, language was the barrier, but not even once I felt that I am out of place. I just felt one thing very strongly, that if I will do my sadhana properly, Shri Guruji will definitely guide me and show me the path. Therefore, in spite of whichever part of India we have been, as my husband was in the Air Force at that point of time, we were moving many different places. We always had a room for asana, pranayama, dhyana, and continued our journey. In the meantime, we were blessed with our son, Shri ViswaSphoorthi. And as many people must have known, both my first son and my second son share the birthday on the same day. And that also happens to be Guru Purnima. That is July 25th, 2010. All this was sheer grace of my beloved Universal Master. As from the day I met His Holiness, Sri Guruji was the only God in my life and nothing else. I wanted to follow Asana Pranayama Dhyana as sincerely as I could. And in those 2 years before my son was born, every single day I was obsessed to the sadhana. Although I was more in yoga and pranayama, which I had learned by virtue of going to all these places before meeting Sri Guruji. Even the day I was going for my delivery, I did my sadhana and went. I wouldn't miss any opportunity to be in the vicinity of my Guru. And Sri Guruji blessed me with many, many opportunities in spoken English classes, ashram functions, organizing sadhana shivir and meditation programs way back in 2008 and 2009 by Sri Guruji's grace. Sri Guruji gave us everything, whatever we seeked, whatever we sought. And in due course of time, now I have reached this place called Rishi Valley, Madanapalli. It's a boarding school. And during all these years, many ups and downs came in our life and many responsibilities increased, but always found His Holiness, Sri Guru ViswaSphoorthi Ji, selflessly, unconditionally giving us love and guidance and showing us the way. I could only say one thing, that with the increase in the responsibility, sadhana during difficult times used to be better than the regular or normal days. That would bring a lot of guilt. Finally, when the medium performance stopped, felt even more guilty that Sri Guruji gave us such beautiful life, and what have we given His Holiness in return? Absolutely nothing. Sri Guruji doesn't take a penny from anyone, doesn't blackmail or bargain that you do that, this, and I will give you that. When all this was happening, there was a lot of remorse and really wanted to be properly doing the sadhana the way Sri Guruji had guided us before sunrise and after sunset. But still, because of the lack of reading books and other obstacles, was meditating. In spite of all the instruction, I was meditating on the light of the lamp. And as Sri Guruji says, the connectivity started happening so strongly, receiving messages directly from Sri Guruji. Sri Guruji knew and told me that now it's the menopause time. And His Holiness said that continue your sadhana, and there will be some disturbances due to the hormonal imbalance, but everything will settle down. His Holiness had told in due course, and as His Holiness had told in due course, all the physical issues settled. Sri Guruji guided to concentrate on His Holiness's photograph and do sadhana. And in spite of major ups and downs, which threatened and brought us almost on the roads, and even shook our relationship of 23 years of our marriage, not even once Sri Guruji left us. And every time there was a growth. In spite of making many mistakes also, by virtue of Sri Guruji's grace and sadhana, life would fit back like jigsaw puzzle pieces, settling at the right places every single time. I have only understood one thing, that Sri Guruji is the epitome of perfection in all aspects. His Holiness is like a ever-flowing river, out of which it's up to us whether we want to take a sip or a glass or a bucket, or we want to dip in totally. His Holiness is at the highest level of divinity, and I can understand it with the analogy of before meeting Sri Guruji, I used to wonder that people go to Himalayas and they do their meditation over there. So how do we look at it? And when Sri Guruji is in the society, and how His Holiness tells us to share the experiences and collaborate and cooperate and work as a team for the festivals. So in the due course, in the group discussion time, with His Holiness's sheer grace, I got an opportunity to be the part of group discussions, and many doubts started clearing in it. So I could understand that if a person has found a jackpot of treasure, and if that person hides it somewhere and never brings it up, and he dies, so no benefit will come out of that. But here, when Sri Guruji has reached the highest level of divinity, and he's sharing all the secrets and all the power of sadhana which His Holiness has achieved with all of us, it's like sharing this bounty of jackpot, and making all of us have that beauty of life and have the understanding about what divinity is about, and how are we supposed to live as human beings. Humanity being the basic teaching which His Holiness has been giving us. And so this is what I can share, that life has become very beautiful, and by sheer faith and surrender on Sri Guruji, in spite of whatever obstacles or whichever walk of my life I was, Sri Guruji has given me so much that the more I am trying to understand Sri Guruji, the more I'm learning something new every day. And as Sri Guruji has mentioned in ViswaSphoorthi, that if we are with the learning mind, the entire universe comes together to teach us. And when the seeking is genuine, and when we have His Holiness as our Guru, the universe himself, the sky is limit for us. That much I have understood theoretically. And I am very sure that if we walk on this path of sadhana by Sri Guruji's grace, we can also take this human race to the pinnacle of glory and success as Sphoorthi family, and achieve our personal goals as being humans, and do justice to our lives by being with our master. With this, I would like to conclude my experience sharing. Hearty congratulations to all my Sphoorthi family members abroad for organizing this beautiful function. Happy Ugadi to all of the Sphoorthi family members, and heartfelt gratitude to Sri Guruji for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi.
Sphoorthi Oum. Thank you, Kusumji, for sharing your experience and words of wisdom. We all agree that when everything goes well, we start taking things for granted. But the duality in nature, we may never know when things could go wrong if we are not careful. Guruji not only takes care of us, but also guides us to spirituality by removing ignorance in us. By sheer faith in Guruji, we can be a better human being and reach the level that he aspires us to reach under his guidance. Again, thank you for sharing your experience. Before we conclude, just please make sure to submit your attendance, name and place and number of participants. So with this, we'll conclude today's day 3 of Prasthana Sadhana on the occasion of Ugadi. Tomorrow is the celebrations day in US, at different Guru Pitam locations. So we'll conclude today's day with Moola Mantra, chanting 9 times. Sit in a comfortable position, spine, neck, and head aligned. Gently close your eyes. Internalize your awareness. Visualize Guruji's photo. And with a sense of gratitude, let's chant 9 times Moola Mantra. Hands to the heart center, Namaskara Mudra. Deep inhale. Vishwarupe Shaktirupe Vishwasphurthi Guruve Namaha. Vishwarupe Shaktirupe Vishwasphurthi Gurave 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 Namaha. Let's stay in this state for a minute. Let's thank Shri Guruji for giving us this opportunity, for guiding us throughout the program, and for all his blessings. Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum. We conclude today's program. Please join us tomorrow at different Guru Pidam locations to celebrate Ugadi. Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum, Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum.
Sphoorthi Oum to everybody.
Sphoorthi Oum, sir.